Cool, we're good. Well, welcome everybody. Episode shoot, we're on like 15 or something now.
14 or 15, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna be
obviously,
for like 3 months now, right? 3 months plus.
that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
to
getting
look at the
old.
progress, so far is pretty nutty in the short amount of time too. This week was a big win for the ecosystem and everything as a whole. I think in like multiple areas, from development to holder growth to TVL growth to just overall development across the board. I mean, it's really an awesome week and a week to be proud of. But I did want to start us off with the fact that obviously TVL, we just saw a screenshot sent out earlier, just crested over 9%, I think, this morning. So huge congratulations to all the devs that are out there grinding and obviously growing that TVL and helping the ecosystem be a big success. And then I think, what was it? Just over 2,100 holders now of the Surge token on the BSC side, and then a little bit of growth, I believe, on the ETH side as well. So that was really cool to see as well. Holders are just growing naturally, and obviously there's been a slight bit of exposure with people that are really close to the project, just doing content or including it in their content. It's been really cool to see over the last week, and we're looking to ramp that up as we have more catalysts coming up that we think are going to be like big drivers to value to the ecosystem, to bring more liquidity in, like all sorts of cool stuff coming up. But yeah, I won't spoil it for everybody. We'll do it like piece by piece. SDF, are you able to speak?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's very important to speak about the accomplishments that we recently have presented to you guys. Being most of all, of course, the new swap with the new UI and also the new features being direct swaps between BNB and ETH and SRG20 tokens. We also lowered our taxes permanently on the buy side to make the entrance into this ecosystem even easier, to make it more easy to shill your SRG20 projects to new investors as well. And this is a huge opportunity for everyone who has his stakes in the ecosystem, like just presenting them what your project is about. They can now even learn about the protocol itself later after hearing about your own protocol. Like, you can now get into the front row while presenting yourselves, your strengths, just making everything easier for these SRG20 projects. A huge step for us. And also, if you guys followed it, like, for investors, this might be news that is not too exciting because many people don't even touch this topic a lot. Usually outside of Surge, the API, we finished the API for CoinGecko at first. It's a custom API to fit the requirements for CoinGecko dexes. Heiseman, do you want to touch on that front?
Yeah, sure. So we completed the API, which is required by CoinGecko. They have a specific set of things that they need returned from the API. So yeah, we made it to be compliant with what they need, and we've also submitted the application to them. So with a little bit of patience, we're gonna be on there. So yeah, that's done from our end. So yeah, we're just waiting from CG side to give us the green light and to onboard Surge on their platform. I'm really happy with the TVLs growing, to be honest. We're at 9.1% in BSC almost, and realistically, we're at 5% plus on ETH side with the migration of Bank. Bank was a liquidity locker on Poa Chain, which, Poa Chain was just a miserable failure. So investors there are now flocking into SRG instead. Through first the bank migration. The bank migration, I think, got us around $8,000 or $9,000 in buys. It already happened a while back, unannounced, of course. And they have around 2% of ETH in their TVL, and there should be a lot more after launch. So we're expecting ETH and BSC TVLs to be closer to each other very soon. And the entire ecosystem is moving forward, which is great to see. In Surge, there's no priority for a chain over the other. Surge is simply a solution for all chains. So all chains can benefit from what Surge has to offer. And then everybody has a preference to trade on a certain chain. They will use Surge solution to protect their investors, to launch without liquidity, to get all what Surge is. And it's great. Surge is great, to be honest, and it's a major addition to any chain in general. Yeah.
Well, that being said, we of course prioritize chains that are actually of value.
Yeah, of course. So we do not want like failed chains like Poa, for example.
Yeah, because many people, many new investors join our chat asking if we plan to do our own chain. Our answer still hasn't moved like a single meter. We don't see much value in creating a new chain, which is just the same as ETH, the same as BSC, the same as ARB, the same shit, but done with a new branding. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't drive decentralized finance forward. It just divides volume between chains. There are chains, though, that are running since quite a long time. EVM chains, that is, that are that have their respective user bases, and therefore we are absolutely eyeing these ones to launch on that front. So maybe that's the next topic we touch on this AMA. So what we have in plans, we already announced, is the expansion of Surge. Shall we give away which chain it will be? We didn't announce that one.
Yeah, I guess so. What do you think, Rhino?
Yeah. I say let's do it.
All right. So as always, Surging Sunday AMA attendance is rewarded with alpha. We decided, also because of the feedback we got from you guys, from our community on Telegram and on Twitter, the next chain we will expand on is ARB. So prepare your ETH on ARB chain, Arbitrum, and prepare for that. And this
and prepare your SRG, because you need SRG to be able to buy.
Exactly. And how it works is through our whitelist system. The whitelist system is pretty straightforward. You hold SRG on BSC or on ETH or both. And the amount of SRG you hold determines how much you will be able to buy early. So there will be a phase before the public launch where only whitelisted people can buy on ARB, and the amount of Surge you hold with the same wallet address on BSC and on ETH determines how many tokens you will be able to buy early on ARB. So for example, you hold 10,000 SRG tokens on BSC and you hold 1,000 tokens on SRG tokens on ETH, then you are allowed to buy 11,000 SRG tokens on ARB early. After the public launch, then everybody will be able to buy how they please.
Yeah, 100%. And the reason is we want to give our current investors the priority, to be honest, because they're with us, they understand us, they understand the point of Surge, and they're going to be way better holders than whoever new is going to come into the system. So yeah, if you already hold Surge on BSC or on ETH or both, the sum of your holdings will be what you're allowed to buy at launch in the ARB launch. So yeah, do what you want with that information. It's up to you to buy or not to buy. Yeah, but it's gonna be lucrative. Like, no matter how you put it, it's gonna be lucrative for the early buyers on ARB, just because, again, there's no possibility of rugs. We're starting at a lower MC than whatever we have right now. Then most likely you will be in a good position there once you buy, and that's the investing incentive to have SRG right now, so that you can get some sort of better entry on RB in a sense.
Yes,
and then not only
and,
that, I mean, it also. Oh yeah.
sorry, just to get one frequent question out of the way. You will still need ETH on Arbitrum to buy the new tokens. So just to be clear, you need to bridge yourselves. We do not provide any bridging. You need Ethereum on Arbitrum chain to buy the new token.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw like a couple of questions about like the time frame and stuff. So we haven't. I'll do this first. Like the time frame for the whitelist we haven't established yet. But in terms of for the launch, we're eyeing just to kind of keep it very generic. It'll be somewhat short notice. Not like within hours. We're talking days still, but we still want to make it a somewhat short notice so those active community members that are with us can obviously participate. So we're eyeballing early April is what we're going to keep it at right there. So we'll say early April for right now, and as things get closer, we may define it a little bit more. Things may change. We may give the date, but for right now, we'll say early April. We'll stick with that.
Yeah, exactly. Early April is like the initial way we envision the release of RB. Of course, it's going to be dependent on market forces in a sense, and we will always do what's best for the echo according to the situations. Crypto is super dynamic, and ourselves and everybody needs to keep the chaos mentality in their heads and to adapt to any changes in the system.
Exactly. I think we will take some questions after we moved on with the other points in our list about this whitelist program and the launch on ARB, because I think it's currently the topic that most people have questions about and are very interested in. But let's touch on the immediate developments that we are actually having on the dev list.
So yeah, I mean, after we were done with the swap, the next thing, which is obvious for everybody, is the charts. We're working on having like the industry grade charts integrated with us, like in-house, and we are looking for external adopters as well, all the standard ones, DEX screeners, DEX tools, etc. So yeah, we're developing charts internally and externally. We do want our traders or our investors to have the best experience as well, just like any other chain or DEX, and we will provide it. So yeah, it's next on the list. And in the background, there's always work being done on the deployer that we have. And I think, do we want to talk a little bit about the website, STF, or we keep it for later?
Yeah, well, I think you said it all. We are still doing a website overhaul. Like we mean our homepage when we say website, just to give unified design for all of our DApps along with our website. So it all fits together design-wise, and also we just will change the approach of the website itself, because the website as is right now kind of has too much text and has this TLDR sentiment to many, as I heard. So yeah, we are gonna overhaul it, and that's about it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have the charts, we have the website v2, and we have ongoing developments on the deployer side. And all the while, we're always pushing for integrating or onboarding or migrating massive projects onto the Echo. Up until now, we've had a few massive projects here, but once you have 10, 20, 30 projects, I mean, the floor is just going to be so high, to be honest. Just because the SRG is going to be distributed to a lot more people, and by doing that, by default, the price floor and the price of surge will be way higher. So those are our aims now. With every single project that we onboard, the things get a lot better for SRG, and we're pushing to have as many projects onboarded as possible.
Exactly. So, Albina, do you have any more topics you want to touch on? Otherwise, we can maybe take some questions.
No, I mean, obviously the website and the stage that we're in right now, in terms of like really kind of moving a step closer to us like getting our branding down and our identity, and really being able to express that to new prospective holders is like really key at this stage. So I'm excited about kind of sprucing up the website and having those big additions as well. Just to make the whole experience a lot better, because as we've evolved a lot, right, from a development standpoint, from our first tools, and from our even like our philosophy and realizing what this protocol was capable of. It's all evolved like significantly since we started, and like the website upgrades and being able to express that vision a little bit clearer now that we've been in it for a few months. It's just it's a huge bonus, I think, to the protocol, to the ecosystem, to everything, and it provides a good level of professionalism to display that evolution as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm seeing maybe we can take some. We can probably start taking some questions. I see a lot of questions about the SRG20 and does that count as like the SRG holdings? STF, do you want to take that one?
Absolutely. I don't really understand the concerns about that one. Like in theory, at best, maybe you could assume that people would sell their SRG20 tokens in order to get a bigger whitelist spot for the launch on ARB. But I do not think that this is really a problem, just because of the numbers that are currently up. The holder base of Surge compared to the TVL of all SRG20 tokens is huge. So the 9% of TVL in SRG20 is still early compared to how many tokens are actually in circulation right now in terms of pure SRG. So I really don't think that this will be a problem. I really,
No, and
really don't
even
think so.
to add on top of that, if anybody wants to lose their position on an SRG20, somebody else is going to take their position, honestly. So it's very stupid to assume that, hey, this will only cause sell pressure. No, it's a two-way street. Some people are gonna find it as lucrative to have more of SRG than the SRG20. Some other people are gonna find the SRG20 to be more lucrative, and they're gonna take their spots. So it's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street, and there's no point of inducing this thoughts, to be honest.
Yeah, I gotta say I fully agree with that. I think that this is going to be a huge boost exposure wise, and it's going to benefit us in a huge way.
100%.
It's also much more inviting for new investors coming into the ecosystem that are interested in the new launch of ARB on ARB chain, and do want this early entry, do want to get themselves a whitelist spot. And the first thing they need to do is to buy Surge. And by doing that, they immediately got involved with the ecosystem. Like, they know how the swap looks like, they know how it operates, they heard of the liquidity management that we have in place. They learned about the project. So it's not like, yeah, do this, buy this, and then sell after 2 hours. No, they will need to get the involved in the ecosystem in order to get this early entry. So we are not just concerned about SRG20 projects right now. We are always, and we are always supporting them, but the main focus is always on getting new investors on board.
%. We just need more conversions into the Echo, conversions away from the rug systems that are out there right now to the safe space of SRG. I mean, you can do whatever with a project, right? A dev can launch a project. They can, after a few years, they can decide to, or whatever, they can decide to abandon later, etc. But what you can't do is rug the LP like that. It should not be allowed. It's such a norm in our lives right now in crypto that it's almost okay to rug LP for people. You see devs who have previously rugged LPs then launch new projects, and people are okay with that, and it's so weird, to be honest, to me. So it should become a norm that LP should not be touched by the developer ever. LP is only something that needs to stay in the hands of the investors because it's their money. Never in the history of anything in crypto is the LP dev's money unless the dev provided it himself. It's that simple. So yeah, the whole point is just to convert more people into this space. And yeah, I mean, we're growing at a very fast pace, honestly. We're holding a very solid floor right now, and it's gonna get just better and better with the projects that we are going to onboard. So yeah, it's exciting times for Surge. It's gonna stay exciting times for Surge for a long while as well.
All right, I think it's a good point to take some questions. Oh, Albino dropped off. There he is again. So if you have any questions, just feel free to raise your hands and we will unmute you.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording, I guess.